everyone, this is Maki. Today we are going to analyze the Gundams in Seeraubeer, the latest story in the BONE Gundam series. In Japan, this comic is serialized in a magazine called Gundam Ace. The latest issue of Gundam Ace was released on November 26, but the story of Seeraubeer was not included. This was because the author, Mr. Yuichi Hasegawa, took a break from the series due to health problems. He is now feeling much better and is working on a sequel to the story. Instead of continuing the story, Mr. Hasegawa shared some Gundam-related information on his personal website. Let's take up the challenge of analyzing the Gundams based on the details he provided. 3 main Gundams were introduced. According to the description from left to right, we have Seeraubeer 1, Seeraubeer 2, and Seeraubeer 3. These belong to the classification of Seeraubeer type mobile suits. Let's take a closer look at the with Seeraubeer 1. Here's what Mr. Hasegawa has to say about it. The name of Seeraubeer 1 is Red Rain. It is the mobile suit piloted by the eldest daughter, Karen. The weapon she wields was taken from the Grandpas in the first episode. Although the design is slightly different, that's because it's a preliminary design. I thought the barrel of the gun should be longer to make it more natural for use as a whip, so I made an extended design. Kazuma Miyazaki, the mechanics designer, contributed the idea for this weapon. While Red Rain excels at fighting with firearms, she also counterattacks with the whip when the enemy approaches. This allows it to fight effectively at both long and close range. By the way, an alley design had a black paint job on the front, similar to BONE Gundam X2. However, I decided to use a red paint scheme to avoid making the design feel repetitive. Red is a color often associated with the mobile suits piloted by the protagonist's rivals in the Gundam series. What kind of role will Karen, the pilot of Red Rain, play in the story? One significant difference compared to other Seeraubeer mobile suits is the exposed piping visible on its shoulders, torso, and legs. This design is reminiscent of the BONE Gundam X13, which was manufactured on Jupiter. You, who put Red Rain, speculates this is undoubtedly a variation of the X13. The X13 was developed by the Jupiter Empire as a redesign of the BONE Gundam, aiming for mass production. The exposed pipes are cost-effective components chosen to reduce manufacturing expenses. The thrusters on its back are also the same design as those used by BONE Gundam X2 Kai. However, at the time of the X13's completion, achieving mass production at an affordable cost had not yet been realized. The X13 was completed in the Universal Century Year 159. The story of Seeraubeer begins in Akko 172. Does this mean that X13 type mass production has become feasible? And why does an unofficial group resembling pirates possess such a powerful mobile suit like the X13? The mystery deepens, leaving us with many unanswered questions. Next, let's take a look at the blue Seeraubeer. Here's Mr. Hasegawa's comment. The name of Seeraubeer 2 is Blue Wind. It is piloted by the second daughter, Atali. This mobile suit is completely dedicated to melee combat. I wanted to try a different color scheme from previous Gundam designs, so I chose this color. Did anyone notice? Actually, the color scheme is a tribute to Zobengru. I designed it with the image of athleticism in mind. In the history of Crossbone Gundam, it's supposed to take on the role of charging straight into enemy lines. Among the 3 Zeroiber units, consider this one to be the main player. Zobengru is a robot, anime produced by Sunrise. The story was written by Yoshiyuki Tomino, who also directed the series. As many know, Tomino is the creator of the original Gundam. Zobengru is famous for its comedic action sequences, but it also features serious developments in its storyline. Blue Wind is a highly mysterious mobile suit. Unlike Red Rain, it has no exposed to bright components. In addition, the thrusters on its back have a different design than those of the X-13. Rather than being a product of the Jupiter Empire, the Blue Wind is equipped with thrusters similar to those of the Crossbone Gundam series operated by the Earth-based Crossbone Vanguard. The Jupiter Empire had difficulty in fully replicating the powerful thrusters of the Crossbone Gundam, so they developed larger thrusters as an alternative. In the story of Zeroiber, Blue Wind fights Zio's Grampus on an equal footing and even emerges victorious. This suggests that its engines aren't just scaled-down versions, but are comparable in power to the original Crossbone Gundam's engines. Could it be that a terrestrial corporation, like Sunari, was involved in its development instead of the Jupiter Empire? Blue Wind is also equipped with weapons on its arms that can generate beam blades. The X-13 does not use arm-mounted beam shields, as mobile suits of this era tend to favor metal projectiles over beam weapons to reduce cost. Blue Wind, however, is equipped with built-in beam weapons not seen on the X-13. While Red Rain and Blue Wind share many similarities, a closer look reveals that they may have been created using different technological methods. Incidentally, Zobengru introduces a second unit into the story. Later in the series, a black-painted enemy mecha called Broccoli appears with a similar design. It's possible that Blue Wind will also introduce a second unit or a black-painted counterpart as an enemy mobile suit. With so many mysteries surrounding it, Blue Wind is undeniably an intriguing mobile suit. Let's take a closer look at the third Zeroiber. The last Zeroiber, Zeroiber 3, is called Silver Snow. It is the mobile suit controlled by the youngest daughter, Momo. For the first time in the Crossbone Gundam series, it is equipped with funnels. She has 6 funnels attached to her waist. Since the pilot is very young, fatigue sets in quickly, which is another distinguishing feature. The design of Zeroiber 2 is mainly based on my ideas. However, the designs of Zeroiber 1 and 3 are strongly influenced by the ideas of En Shibuya, who participated as a mechanic designer. The model number has not been decided yet. Silver Snow is another mysterious mobile suit. Its engine design is quite different from Zeroiber 1 and 2. Its sharp shape may resemble that of the Phantom Gundam, or perhaps the wings of the Jupiter Empire leaders Impulse Cornigas, both of which share the characteristic of using funnel-shaped weapons. The funnels used by Silver Snow do not fire beams but attack by ramming into targets, a feature shared with the Impulse Cornigas and Divinidad designs. Interestingly, the head and chest have a design that resembles a goddess statue rather than a skull. Could this indicate noble status? As a side note, during the planning stages of Gundam Figure 91, a prequel to Crossbone Gundam, a mobile suit called Medusa was proposed as an enemy unit. Is it just a coincidence, or does Silver Snow slightly resemble Medusa? The face design of Silver Snow is also different from the other Zeroiber units. mobile suits using cross-bone Gundam technology usually have a gimmick that opens the face cover to dissipate heat. However, Silver Snow seems to lack this feature. Could this indicate the use of advanced technology that eliminates the need for heat dissipation mechanisms? Once again, Silver Snow is a mobile suit full of mystery and intrigue. So, we've examined all 3 Zeroiber units, and there are some fascinating insights to consider. This is just my personal speculation, but could it be that the 3 Zeroiber units were created using completely different technologies? Red Rain, created with the peaceful ideology of the Jupiter Empire under the leadership of Katas Roscoe and Technis Duguchi. Blue Wind, apparently developed under the initiative of Sunali and our Earth-based cooperation. Silver Snow, possibly produced by factions loyal to the old leaders of the Jupiter Empire, Crux Duguchi and the Callisto brothers. Could this be the context of their origin? Of course, keep in mind that this is just my own theory. As the Cross-Bone Gundam series celebrates its 30th anniversary, let's continue to enjoy the excitement and developments. Thank you for tuning in until the end. See you next time.